What's up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and man, I just watched a video that really kind of hit home, and I felt like rather than doing my typical Nintendo Guru daily, I kind of wanted to I wanted to have a conversation and just throw something out there. So a couple of years ago, there was a young kid, Alex, CND, who Captain Nintendo dude, for those that don't know, and he traveled from Wisconsin to New York City to be the first person to buy, receive a Nintendo Switch. It's a big event, big thing. During that time, I did a video because people were bashing him, stating that he wasn't going to be the first one, and I basically defended him at that time, like to explain things. Not that he needed defense or anything like that, but I felt bad because here's this kid who's in New York City, and people are attacking him and giving him a hard time about not being the first, when technically the way it's viewed and all that stuff, he was the first. That said, it's neither here nor there. So I continued to watch him because at that time, I would come home from work every day, and my wife and I would sit down and we would watch his latest vlog from New York City. I was so enamored with the courage of this kid to just 20 years old to just up, and not even 20 at that point. I think he was younger than that at that point, but just up and goes from Wisconsin, which is nothing like New York City, to New York City to basically stay on the streets and become the first person to get a Switch. It's crazy. You go back and you watch the videos and just see everything that took place there, and the signing of the mailbox that's across the street. Like, this past year, I went to New York City to the Nintendo World Store with my buddy Sean Capri, and I went to the mailbox. I go to the mailbox every single time I go to New York City and just look for Alex's name. I look for the CND on there, and then I go, okay, I can go to Nintendo New York now. I've done this since the Switch launched. Since he signed that trash can, I've done it. Today I watched a video from Blockhead Games. E put out a video where he was talking about, like, where is CND? CND's been gone for a couple months now. And he kind of went on this weird trajectory about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do anymore, and he was struggling with anxiety, and he didn't feel like the content he was doing. He did a video about the whole thing. In June, I was at E3, and at one point, I was going back to my hotel and walking down the street, and I saw the Nintendo Power Couple, and I saw CND standing there. And there was a couple people talking to the Nintendo Power Couple, and I saw Alex was kind of faded off a little bit to himself, and I walked up to him, and he said to me, "Hey, I know this guy. We follow each other on Twitter. I'm not acting like I'm friends with him. Not acting like anything like that, but I think he just recognized me from the video I did when I defended him." And I shook his hand, and I leaned in, and I whispered in his ear, and I said, "Dude, you do great content. People love you. Take as much time as you need to get yourself right. And then when you come back, everybody will be here for you." And that was at E3. And this is before the move to New York City. And then I watch the video today, and to see how bad things are. So essentially, he then at this point goes, his 21st birthday comes up, he does this live stream for 24 hours, has the shot, pushes the shot away, takes a hit off a bong, talks about weed, and immediately the Nintendo community just turns on him. And not everybody, I don't want to act like everybody, but there was a good portion, a bunch of YouTubers who, I feel were jealous of Alex's success, a little bitter of his success, took some pot shots in my feeling. And, the thing of it is like, I'm not pro weed, anti weed, any of that. Like, it is what it is. You do what you want to do in your own free time. We're getting to the point now where weed is becoming very acceptable within the country. In a lot of states, it's legal. So this whole thing of like, oh, he did weed. Oh my God! Like, stop, please. Let's just stop. But that's not neither here nor there. He then at that point takes a lot of hits from people upset with him because he is kid friendly at the time. But I just feel like the hate that he caught off of that was a bit much. And I'm sure mentally it probably sent him into a little downward spiral of sorts, because he was already admittedly struggling with some anxiety issues. But now he's apparently worse than he was. And this video is not to defend him. This video is not to say that what he's done is okay. This video is not to say that anything other than, I just want to say to Alex, man, I'm a fan. And I don't care what you do when you come back. I am a fan of yours. And I will be watching your content no matter what it is. And there's something, there was always something about your content that was uplifting and positive. And I love that about your content. And if you decide to come back, if you don't decide to come back, I just want you to know that you do have fans out there that care about you, that care about your well-being. And as a Nintendo fan, as a fan of you, whether you do Nintendo content, whether you do whatever content it is beyond this point, I want you to know, dude, that I believe in the content that you create. I believe in you. I believe in you as a creative person. And I wish you the absolute best and hope that A, you get better, and B, you do better. Whatever it is you decide to do, it's okay. Nobody can tell you what to do, man. You do what's right for you and what makes you happy. But obviously there's some concern from your friends that really know you, and I would echo their words. Get help. Do whatever you got to do to get help. And I pray that the help that you get is enough to straighten things out for you and to get you on the proper direction where you need to be. You found a lot of success very quickly, and I'm sure that has played a little bit into it, that everything's coming 100 miles an hour and you're not sure what's right, what's wrong at some point, at times. But just know, without a shadow of a doubt, that there are people like me that have your back, and there are people like me that will support you no matter what. We all make mistakes. There's people probably tweeting at you all the time that act like they're better than you, and that they don't make mistakes, and they're perfect, and they wouldn't have smoked weed on a stream, and they wouldn't have done anything like that, and whatever, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes a mistake. You shouldn't lose your entire life and everything over a mistake. Just come back stronger. Hold your head up high, man. Fix whatever is wrong and just come back. Whether it's in this capacity, in whatever it is. But find Alex. Find the happy person and bring that person back. That's all. That's all I got. So, I doubt you'll ever see this video, and that's fine with me. I would hope that you, if you do see the video, just please know that I sincerely care about you, and I think you are a great, just a great inspiration, and I just I don't know. I just think that what you did was pretty awesome. And I think that the fact that you just lifted yourself up and moved to New York, you took chances, you were bold. I always admire people like that. Because I lived in a cocoon for so long and so afraid to take chances and try things. And I admire that when people just go against the grain and go, this is what I'm going to do. And they go do it. So that is all. Again, I hope you the best. I wish you the best. I hope that you do very good. I hope that you fix whatever issues you have. And that is all. So, peace out, Preston.